You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, it is day 2 of the Carmelo Anthony trial. The track meet killer who brought a knife to a track meet and stabbed Austin Metcalf in the heart. Yeah, he's probably going down. Remember, he actually admitted to committing the crime. Okay? But a trial must go on, and they're still trying to actually seat the jury. So, don't know how long that process is actually going to take. But I think we've all knew, anyway, if you've been paying attention to this, that Carmelo Anthony is guilty. Now, I'm not a lawyer. Probably many of you guys aren't lawyers. But I don't even think you really need to be a lawyer to know that this man is guilty. Because when the jury is seated and they hear the evidence, guys, I think it's going to be overwhelming. I really, really do. Now, I've seen some other people talk about this, talking about, oh, he's going to be convicted of manslaughter. Manslaughter wasn't even on the table. Okay? He was charged only with capital murder. Okay? So there's going to be no plea deals here. Okay? The trial is going on. If he wanted to reach a plea agreement, it probably would have happened last year. Okay? Now, Carmelo Anthony is saying the reason why he actually stabbed Austin Metcalf in the heart is because, well, he hadn't really said it. Nobody on the side has said it. They're just saying, oh, it's self-defense. Folks, this incident happened back in April of last year. And even now, we still have no idea what is the self-defense claim. Now, there's stories out there that maybe, just maybe, Austin Metcalf actually shoved him a little bit. But you can't kill a person because of that. Austin Metcalf wasn't threatening to stab or kill Carmelo Anthony. But Carmelo Anthony, by his own words, said, touch me and see what happens. He instigated the whole thing. So I don't see how he's actually going to get off on this. And you know what? We got a lawyer here, folks. And the lawyer is delivering some very, very bad news to Carmelo Anthony. And this lawyer is saying the only hope he actually has is to play the race card. Guys, you know it's really bad, man. You know it's really, really bad. Where you have to play the race card to actually get off. Now, some people are going to say, O.J. Simpson. When O.J. Simpson, former NFL running back, was acquitted, a lot of people believe he was guilty. But here's the thing. Nobody actually witnessed O.J. Simpson kill his wife and her friend. People actually saw Carmelo Anthony stab Austin Metcalf in the heart. Everybody saw it. And nobody's saying that Carmelo Anthony was in the right. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Here we go. So right over here, New York Post. Why the jury might not buy Carmelo Anthony's self-defense claim in fatal stabbing of Austin Metcalf. Carmelo Anthony's self-defense claim in the stabbing death of fellow teen Austin Metcalf in Texas won't get him acquitted of murder charges. In spite of raising $600,000 for a bit-name lawyer, a veteran defense attorney claimed. Yeah, that on $600,000, I believe they blew it. But anyway, the 18-year-old from Frisco, who is black, is charged with first-degree murder for fatally stabbing 17-year-old Metcalf, who died in his twin brother's arms on April 2nd, 2025. Anthony plans to claim he was acting in self-defense when he pulled a knife and stabbed Metcalf, whom his family said the defendant attacked during a dispute over a seat in the bleachers. And Carmelo Anthony wasn't supposed to be over there. He was supposed to be with his own school and his own team. But Anthony will be hard-pressed to prove he was actually in life-threatening danger, said Randy Zillen, an attorney of 38 years who is not involved in this case. Get this, guys. Right here. This is what he says. Quote, "You can't be justified in killing someone with a knife and stabbing them in the chest if they were not about to immediately use deadly force on you," said Zelen, who has served as both a prosecutor and self-defense attorney and is an adjunct professor at the Cornell School of Law. Yeah, and we all know, at least according to the evidence so far, that Austin Metcalf posed no life-threatening danger to Carmelo Anthony. This is why he's cooked. Authorities say Metcalf, who attended rival school, did put his hands on Anthony, but he merely tried to shove him out from under his team's awning. Other words, guys, all he did was like, "Hey, you need to go." That kind of thing, that kind of thing. But no, Carmelo Anthony says, "Touch me, see what happens," and he pulls out knives and stabs him. Authorities say Metcalf, who attended a rival school, did put his hands on Anthony, and that jumped on me, so I already said that. But anyway, Anthony told the victim, quote, "Touch me and see what happens," with a hand in his backpack, ready to pull the knife and stab Metcalf at the slightest provocation, prosecutors allege. Quote, "What the defendant was doing with a knife on him, I think, is going to be telling. So you have the absence of the ability to use deadly force versus someone having deadly force immediately on hand," Zelen said. But Anthony has one ace in a hole. Zelen added, "His race." Yeah. Anthony's defense has tried to cast Metcalf as a white bully, flagrantly assaulting a black victim with the murder charge, the product of racist justice system. Yeah, and if they go that route, man, this is desperation right here. It is complete desperation because no one has come forth that was there and said this had anything to do with race. The narrative turned the case into a culture war, with supporters donating more than $600,000 to pay for Anthony's big-name Dallas lawyer, Mike Howard. Zelen said playing up the race dynamic shows how desperate his case is. Quote, "As a defense attorney, my job is to get my client off by any means, reasonably and legally necessary. So if you can play the race card and I can be the second coming of Johnny Cochran, and my client walks out of the courthouse to me either acquitted or with a hung jury, I'll sleep that night." Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. For one thing, this is Collin County, folks. Where's that? Collin County. Collin County is not a left-wing county. This is a conservative county, folks. And to play the race card, man, it's not going to work. Look at this right here. This is the population of Collin County. It's roughly like 51% white. So the majority is only 10% black. And that's based on 2020 data, so we don't really know. Okay? And when it comes to politics, they don't elect any Democrats. Every single person in this county that's elected is a Republican. The last Democrat to actually win this county was Lyndon Johnson, 1964, at the presidential level. This is a deep red county, folks. So playing a race card, when you actually committed a crime, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. This man is cooked. He's cooked. He committed the crime. He admitted it. I cannot wait for opening statements, guys. I don't know how long this trial is actually going to take. How long do you guys think it's going to take? 2-3 weeks, something like that? Maybe a month? We have to see. But boy, this is a devastating news here for Carmelo Anthony. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we will catch you next time. Welcome to blackwhitenetwork.com. School is out. We're running a sale, 17% off. everything in the merch store, guys, including our new Freedom shirt that is normally $29.97, but you get 17% off, including hats also as well. Our best-selling shirt is our America 250 Bald Eagle Edition with the America 250 flag on the back. We're getting close, guys, to the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. We also have other merch in the merch store, including hoodies, zip-up hoodies, hats, America 250 hats at that. Other merch as well. And don't forget to become members, guys. $10 a month. You sign up, you get a 7-day free trial. You can also save money by getting the annual plan. We do appreciate it. You can donate directly on the website, $5, $10, $20, whatever you guys want to give. We do appreciate the support.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.